Um, I had a slight issue with the gear system. It works well fine now. I just need to hold it down while doing it. The thing is, this is not an exactly like a cyclical gear, but it does have a sun gear in the center and 3 gears, which can be considered as a planet gear. But because it doesn't have the ring and it doesn't have the arm, it's not considered a cyclical gear fully. But right now I'm gonna wear and try to demonstrate it. Heads up, it does not work really well, but I would imagine it's more the equipment hopefully. Okay. So what I intended was, well, that didn't work well at all. What I intended is that mechanism. I need to make this looser so that I'll be able to put it on my shoulder without dropping it. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, yeah, this is what I intended. Like I said, assume, well, this is spring. When the elbow is like this resistance band, and ideally, if this was flat, it would have worked better. So, this spring is there to, well, hold support so the elbow wouldn't fall directly, and we'll just assume it's a spring. When extended, it would also hold to a certain point, but it would not hold, it would also not withdraw back, so that the elbow can be extended and it will be set in that place and hold it. That's the ideal goal of this mechanism. As this resistance band gets extended, when when this is pulled by the left hand, ideally this would, well, it does when it's not attached to me, but like what I intended was that when I pull this, the tension would cause my elbow to slightly bend, slightly extend with control, and as assuming there's a spring to hold it, it would have been also balanced, so it could be a steady extension. And if it wasn't to flex it, you can just well, after having a casket for a long time, it's not going to be easy moving your hand without rehabilitation. So if we had a system like this where the patient would be in charge of the extension personally, I think it would be ideal for them to test their limits for at that time. That is what I intended for this mechanism, although it does not quite work well demonstrated, because this part was, I cannot attach it in with the pencil. It's not very easy to find a solution for it. Yeah, ideally the tension caused by me pulling this would cause the my elbow to be straightened out, likely depending on the force I'm pulling onto it. If I'm pulling a slow force, if I'm pulling slowly, applying a small force and extending and slowly by applying small amounts of force, I would be able to extend my elbow, like my forearm, very likely in control, and hope ideally this would be more beneficial for the patient because they would know their limits and they could stop at any time with this mechanism. And the spring will ideally have the support to hold the elbow in that place, so they can spend some time when, for example, from here to here, and they could spend some time here getting used to the extension of this angle and go even lower, then wait, then go even lower, and go even lower. Ideally, the more you pull it, the more it will extend. But it's a mechanism that involves gears and pulleys or elastic bands. As far as it's a basic simple mechanism, in my opinion, which would be really easy to make if it was intended. And patient can wear something like this, like what I'm wearing for back posture corrector, and this could be attached directly on here, and the patient can be fully in control of the actions that you do. And that's it. Thank you.